Nice chill one this week. I love how they've implemented season 2. Like this launch has been smooth, super smooth. The servers have been great for me, and for people that I've talked to about the season. And two, I felt no pressure. I feel like this is the first season in a while where like week one's come out. I guess this is technically like week 0, right? But week one's come out, and I'm like, I just get to vibe and play the game and like prep for next week. Like, there's not too much to do, but there are things that you can do if you want to. Let's go and push this to everyone in the Discord. And then let's pull up YouTube chat. Make sure we're live first, that my mic is working. Make sure my mic is the correct mic. It is. Okay. So, next up is YouTube. Yeah, like I said, today, nice and chill one. We basically finished up everything that I really care to do on my monk this week. There are still some things that I can do if I wanted to. Like, I still need to go and do the Omnium thing from last season. I just never finished it. I just got bored doing it. And I'm stuck at like 4 out of 5, so I would need to go through and do that at some point, maybe this weekend, but that shouldn't take long. It's basically just like one quest, and then I'm done with that. But my monk is like ready for next week, honestly, and it's my raid main, so kind of tap out of that. Yo, what's up, Arcane? Lobster Boy Ninja 7 reporting for duty. But now we have alts. We have the alt army ready to be raised. Let's go and move these tanks down out of the way and move our healers back up. The question is, like, do I want to run a second monk this season? I don't think so, to be honest. So let's see, we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 healers, perfect. And let's start the healer alt grind. Why don't we? There's a lot that you can do. You can obviously do like infinite amount of things this week. You could play every minute of every day of the whole week if you wanted to. But that is not our goal. My goal is to play this game just enough to and avoid playing too much, right? And I think we've done that. I think I've accomplished it and figured out the optimal things. The Evoker Brainworms are coming back. Oh boy. Yo, what's up, Andy? Happy Friday. I appreciate you so much. How are y'all doing today? It is a happy Friday indeed. Okay, so let's see. Play native. Okay, I'm gonna have to set up my UI on like every character basically. But what that looks like is I just need to go through and uninstall Platinator. To be honest though, I probably could just disable Ellesmere's Plater. What would that look like? It wouldn't be nameplates. Would it be Uniframe? No, that's us. Nameplates? I mean, this is so customizable. I mean, I do think I'll end up wanting to use Ellesmere's nameplates as well, so we'll keep it on. I just need to uninstall Platinator. So let's go ahead and toggle it off. Where was it? It's not that deep. Reload. Alright, so the plans for today, like, I could go through and do Mythic Zeros. I could do this, I could do that. But what I really want to do, sorry, these are my 1-minute scripts that I have written down. Let's just, where is it? Prez. Copy. Port. Lane. But what I really care to do is the least amount of work for the best return possible. And on the alts, what I believe that looks like is I am just going to... Ooh, I can turn something in now. Hold on. What I believe that looks like is just going to the new zone, doing the purge the vaults. That way we get our map, and then just doing a bountiful delve. I think that's just very good rate of return on our time. Granny Ninja 7 coming in. Oh my god, do I even want to read? Granny Ninja 7, what's up, Grandma? Says, Oh, hold on. Let me figure out how to fly real quick. Is this just last season's quest that I never did on this character? Granny Ninja 7 says, "Hi, hun. Last weekend, Pawpaw got stuck on the stair lift and hurt his ankle. Please call him later to make sure he's okay. Lots of love." Will do, Grandma. I appreciate you so much. It's so stupid. Just the visual of like your granddad getting stuck on the stair lift is so good. Oh, this character hasn't even done the campaign from last season. Am I gonna have to do that on all my alts? Surely not. Surely I just get to go to the new zone, right? Let's see. Let's hope. That would suck. We had to go through and do like last season's campaign and ours. I would imagine though, if we've unlocked the zone on one character, I would imagine it's unlocked on the other characters. But let's see. This character is a little behind because I stopped on this character right before all the like gearing shenanigans came out. Oh Lord Jesus, baby, are all these ads worth it? Just want to support my grandson. That is supporting your grandson, Granny Ninja 7. Oh my goodness, that's so ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Will it let us fly to the zone? Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't fog us out. We have to do campaign on 6 different characters. That would be toxic. You don't even like Takis, though? You know that? Yeah, I know they're too spicy for you. They put you in the hospital last time, but still, it's just an ad. You don't have to click on it, Granny. Okay, come on. This flight is so long. When do we get to port? Apparently there was some kind of bug fix and it mentioned a port, but I don't know if they ever implemented it. I don't see fog, which is a good sign because on the main, before you did the quest line, there was like a wall of fog here, and when you flew through the wall, it would port you back to the bridge. So far so good, but I want to I want to hit land first before I get my hopes up. Okay, I think, yeah, we just have access to the new island. Very cool. LB Ninja Cat. Oh my god. How do you make so many Twitch accounts? I mean, obviously this is different. These are owned by different people, but Meow Meow owner. What does it all mean? Oh my goodness. So ridiculous. Okay, let's go into edit mode. Let's move this campaign box here because it's gonna bother me. Put it right there. Okay. So yeah, the objectives for the alts should be pretty quick. I mean, I could do Mythic Zeros, and I think I will do some Mythic Zeros across the board, just because I enjoy them, right? But what I want to do on the alts is I want to purge the whatever it's called, get the map, get the spark, and then kill the lair boss. And that's about it. It should be pretty easy. Oh, I also checked my electric mail. Electric mail. Oh my goodness. Electric mail last night, and it turns out I'm famous. A prince wants my help with his money to get home. Well, send him what he needs. Hello? Remember to change my sandbox. Oh my god. Wait, who calls it sandbox? Sandbox. Is LB Ninja Cat someone else, now that I'm thinking? Alright, let's go purge those vaults. Get that map. And then win the game. Get our heroic piece of loot for the week. Let's go and hop into a queue. Only one group going, and it's like not even filled. So hopefully that fills up quickly. Is the lair boss on the LFG finder menu or have to fly there? I think if you fly near it, it'll pop up on your little quests, and you can click the LFR like the find group button from there. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. Okay, apparently we're in a party to purge the vaults. Hopefully we find a raid group or this group grows a little bit. There's like no one queuing up, but we are on auto accept. See. Yo, what's up, Azarelos? Happy Friday. Does anyone have any fun plans this weekend? I think this weekend is like my first weekend where I don't think we have anything planned. But basically what that means is that I have to make a bunch. I'm going to try to crank out some videos that I've had on my list for a while. It's crazy how little time you have trying to make videos during the first week of a season. It just like everything just piles up. There's so much I want to make. It's so little time. Okay, we might have to leave this group and go find another one. That's a little small. So, are there more groups here? Doesn't look like it. So I guess well, this one has a tank. Find up there. Alright, hopefully this one grows quicker because there's a tank. Now let's go find said tank. Our tank's not even here yet, but we might be able to get things started. Oh, is this the new, like, feast thing? D&D this Sunday. Very nice. I'm struggling to finish a map. Oh, so you're DMing, I'm guessing? Struggling to finish a map. Man, DMing sounds so fun. It really does. I'm thinking I need to run a campaign, but I really want to do I really want to do like an Avatar: The Last Airbender themed campaign. I feel like that would be really fun. Obviously, like I don't know all the rules of D&D yet. I always like whenever I would play it with my friends, I'd have to ask them like over and over like what things do and how things work and stuff. So I do think I could benefit from kind of making my own rules with it, you know? But I know that that could also, like, having structure can help a lot, too. As long as you're consistent. Did you get to go see that Odyssey yet? I have not seen Odyssey yet. I have not. Yo, what's up, Rhino? How are you doing? Happy Friday. We were just talking about our weekend plans. What do you have on the schedule for this weekend? Hopefully something cool. That'd be sick. I somehow decided that my first campaign should be a homebrewed setting. And lo and behold, we've been at it for 5 years so far. That is phenomenal. I mean, that's good news, too. That's what I wanted to hear, because if I'm wanting to homebrew my first campaign, I feel like that's just really good news that you've liked it and your group has liked it and everything. But I feel like I would have to flesh out like the whole rule set first, like, you know, like at the start you pick which, or you roll a dice or something to figure out which kind of bender. I guess you pick your bending style, and then like kind of do like a branching talent tree kind of thing, and how you want to do it. Like if you're a waterbender, you could go down like this route and unlock blood bending in higher levels, or you could go down this route and be like ice, and you know, that kind of thing, and have like different spells per. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's. Our group is filled pretty nicely at this point. It looks like they're up there doing something. Oh, where's this guy? Ah, he's way far. Okay. Hopefully they don't kill him before we get there. But what do you guys think about the release of season 2? I've loved it. I feel like there's enough to do to where you have things to do and play the game, but it's not like there's so much to do that it's like stressful. I feel like it's been a really good release. There's like exactly as much as I wanted to do available. Hello? What? I didn't even notice I was low. Oh my god, I'm bad at this game. Literally didn't even pay attention to my health. Apparently I was low and that little bit of fall damage killed me. Okay, well, I can't mount now, so 200 yards of butt pulling. We should be okay. Hopefully they don't kill it in time. Might have to deep breath over there. Do it. Oh, they are far from killing it. Okay. Oh, now I see my health bar. I am low. Okay. Alright. Ye old Presovoker. In a hot minute. I will say this little boss that we're fighting, he doesn't really do much. Like, he kind of just sits there and lets us beat on him. He has like one ability that does big damage, and it's just a big disease. That's kind of it. I love how this guy's name is Lag DK. Lag, and he's literally offline. Name checks out, I guess. And I can't wait to get some of these healers tier sets. I feel like the healers have, across the board, very exciting tier sets, right? I think it's going to be a very fun season to heal. Very nice. Okay. What do we get? Any loot? Nothing exciting. Okay. Now we follow the squad. Follow the leader. LB Ninja Cat says meow. Hunter, you supposed to die like that to win? Yes, you must fall so you can get up. What healer class are you raiding with? I still plan on raiding with my Mistweaver. I'm debating if I just jam Chi-Ji all season because I feel like I have the most fun even when Chi-Ji's like not technically the optimal play. I have the most fun when I just send it, you know. So I'm considering doing that. But we'll see. I'm also contemplating, like, we're still trying to get our raid composition kind of filled out. There's a world in which I go Evoker if one of our guys wants to play Monk, because I don't think he wants to play Evoker. And at the moment, our one, like, season-to-season Evoker is taking a break this season. So we're just light. Like, we have one Monk and one Evoker. And when our Evoker took off and you know, I don't know. We're kind of just trying to see what we're going with, but I'm a man of the people. I will play what the guild needs, and I think the guild will need a monk still, but there's a world that they need something else. Yeah. You make everybody play Way of the Elements monk. Oh no. We have a Way of the Elements monk in our campaign. Our campaign just ended. Rather abruptly, but that's okay. Live. Our hunter's tanking. Goodness. I'm trying to. I feel like I'm the only healer in every group I get into, which is kind of crazy. Oh, I feel like my living flame's not working. Might need to fix that. I was wondering why my life spark's just sitting there. Like, I have the buff, but nothing's working. I'm trying to living flame my allies and nothing's working. So if you see me just standing there AFK, it's probably because I'm trying to living flame someone. Make everyone play Way of the Elements Monk and pray. Also, I'm sure there's some tabletop RPG module or something for Avatar. Yeah, I've seen like someone made this, made one, and I read through it. It's like okay, not exactly what I was looking for, and I feel like I would just want it to be my own and like have like agency over how things work. That way, I could just make it as fun for the players as possible. You know, I don't like. I'll sacrifice some things kind of making sense in order to make it just more fun to play. Like if I need to underpower bloodbending so that it can be an option kind of thing, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Okay, the western chamber needs to get cleared. Looks like we got some people heading in there. There's a lot of nerd crossover. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, which makes sense because like D&D was kind of the foundation for a lot of like these nerd worlds, you know what I mean? Like a lot of not like stereotypes, but I guess stereotypes of different not stereotype like archetypes and stuff, I guess is the right word that I'm looking for. A lot of these like archetypes come from like WoW or not WoW, D&D. And now what? Where we at? We need like 2 more vaults purged. Warcraft was basically a campaign turned game, right? I think so. I I don't know if it was like a D&D campaign. That sounds right, but I'm sure it was like imagined through D&D. Like I'm sure the creators like play D&D and D and were like using that as kind of inspiration or you know. Check back in later, see you for now. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Azraelos. Have a good one. Good luck in the season. Hopefully you get a good start to the season. I'll catch you next time. You see Blizz say they're bringing the max numbers of sparks to 4 next week. Oh my goodness. Holy. 4 sparks. So what is that? That's 2 crafts. That's like... That's insane. I did not see that. I tried for 3 hours to do a strike last night, but couldn't get it to work. Hopefully I can do it tonight. I did see they had patch strikes at some point yesterday, so... apparently they work. I think. I don't know. I will say, our group that I was in yesterday just actively avoided strikes the whole time. Okay, I'm in combat. Oh boy. Okay, let's kill it. Burn it with fire. Pawpaw and I are going to play bingo. Last time I won a package of paper towels, I felt so rich. Oh my goodness. I bet Restoral is going to come in handy this raid, you think? I'm sure. I mean, it did last raid. Like, 100%. Let's see. I tried for 3 hours to do a strike last night. Oh, I just read that. StarCraft? I've never played StarCraft, but was it also built off of, what's it called? D&D? Now what? Where do we go? Do we talk to this guy? Start the patrol? Do it. I will say I love, like, in the early weeks, how many people are playing and how fast you can do some objectives. Like, do y'all remember the done things where you would like go into this little cavern and follow this dude around who would be like, infinite wealth upon you? I don't know, you just say like random things. And at the end you would get those shards of done so that you could do your crafting materials and stuff. The first few weeks were crazy. I mean, you join a raid group, there'd just be like hundreds of people in there, like, going to town. Like, that was so much fun. Why am I not mounted? I don't know. Oh, I read StarCraft. You said Staffcraft. I am dyslexic, and it shows sometimes. Staffcraft. Yeah, that's insane. We're going to be able to craft a 2-hand next week. The thing is, like, you still kind of hope you get a two-hand from the vault? Maybe, maybe not, because you're going to get a reroll token. I don't know. I don't even know what you hope for, but yeah, you could craft a staff. I think I'd still rather have a mythic staff for the item level, right? What's our objective? I am so lost here. Apparently we finished Toxic Tour. Where is everyone? Where's the squad? Those players are active in this area. Press X to doubt. I'm lost. Someone can come hold my hand. I think I'm gonna leave this group because most people have left it already. I feel like people are done with the quests and stuff. I don't have that kind of streamer luck to get good vault loot. Last season was the first season where I've ever gotten good loot week 1. What's up, Eric? How are you doing today? But last season I got the choice between a mythic tier piece and a heroic litany wrath trinket, and I took the trinket, which I'm happy about. I did not regret it at all. But looking back on it, it was probably kind of troll not taking tier piece, but it's fine. Our guild has a good system, and I feel like that trinket was so worth it, like having. So I did not mind that choice at all. Okay, where are we headed, squad? Where's the team? The team is this way. Looks like some of them are going back to that underbelly. Just a few of them, though. I'm gonna make my way back there, because I think that would be the most beneficial thing for me. Go, run team. Yeah, there's more people going now, so definitely worth it doing. What's up, Eric? How's your season started off? Have you gotten any loot from Mythic Zeros? Have you chosen a main yet? How's it been going? Okay, I am still far away from the underbelly. Hopefully they don't beat it before I get there, because that would stink the long run. I'm also dying currently, so I don't want to deep breath to get out of the snare. Hopefully I don't die. I am very low. Very low. There's a couple patrols that we're passing. You know what the best healer DPS trinket is? There's one, I forget what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's like a idol or a statue or something. But you channel for 2 seconds and it does like big single target damage and splashes on other targets. I use that one quite a bit on the PTR. It is an on use, which already the best healer trinket in Mythic Plus is already an on use. It's a on use channel that you channel for a few seconds and it gives your party shields. So that is a little awkward, taking an on use trinket for damage when you already plan to have an on use shielding trinket, right? But it was fine damage. It was really good. I really liked it in dungeons like Denim Nalarak, where you know, those first few guys will summon those totems that pulse the max health reduction on your party while they do that big AoE ticking damage. And your party's supposed to swap to the totems. You couldn't rely on your party. You never can. You can't rely on your pugs to kill the totems or swap to them and burst them down. So it was nice having like an on-use damage trinket to just send blast damage into the totem, you know? And still do like meaningful damage into the rest of the pack. But that one was good. I wasn't ever really impressed with any of the passive damaging trinkets. If anything, like, I think you're locked in on the shield trinket. I think that trinket's just too good. You kind of have to take it, right? And just because shielding in Mythic Plus is so good. But I think the other, like, trinkets are good. Like, there's the one that summons the mushrooms that heal your party, and it's like, those kinds of trinkets are always hit or miss. You know, there's a few stat sticks, but nothing too impressive. But, I don't know. I don't really think I was too impressed by a damaging trinket personally. To be fair, I have very high standards for healer damage trinkets because you know, I've played with Resonant Reservoir, so I've seen how much damage a trinket can do if allowed. But yeah, I don't think anything's quite to that level. Both of my characters got the fire Trunner trinket. I don't know that one. Explain what it does. It might come back to me. But I mean, that's nice. Both your characters getting the same trinket. That way you just have to, like, understand one macro, you know? Not bad. Oh my goodness. Are we a healer? Who's to say? Okay, no one's in the Eastern Towers. We're gonna have to go out and do that one. Breath of Junlani, the Fire Breather trinket. It's nice. I don't even think I've tested that one, but does it work like the toy that you're given for those quest lines where you just breathe fire in front of you, or is it passive? Is it an active or is it a passive trinket? That one's not coming back to me, I'm not gonna lie. There's a chance I've played with it like the first few weeks, but I don't know. The channel while moving. Maybe I don't remember that one. Maybe I used it and I couldn't figure it out or something. I don't know. Maybe I put it on a macro. There's no telling why I don't remember that trinket. Have I finished this yet? No, we need to go into the other ones. Where are the other ones, though? I always... like, everyone always goes in the same ones. One right there, one way over there. Okay, that's why. There's no one over to the east. Run! I will say, this place is very annoying to traverse. There are mobs everywhere. Where there's not mobs, there's puddles that hurt you. If you didn't get on a mount, you're screwed. Like, it's very annoying. What's up, Life Breath Ninja? Out here missing my messages. What's up, Almighty? Life Breath Ninja. I'm curious, do you have one for every spec? Like, what spec could I log into that you would not have an LB for? You do. Do you just have a spreadsheet? Like, if he logs into this character, say this. What is your... okay, I'm going to quiz you. If I were to play Frost Death Knight, what's the LB stand for? I will say, this season I'm more excited to play some DPS. I think instead of doing the All Healers Challenge, I think I'm going to do what Ceiling Panda would hinted at last season, where I kind of want to do a thing where I, like, stream for a week, me just, like, slamming on one character. Like, I just log into a character, gear it out really quick, and then just push as much keys as I can. But I log how many hours I play it, and, like, I make a video at the end of that week and say, like, I played Survival Hunter for 50 hours. Here's my thoughts. You know what I mean? You assumed LB Ninja meant left button ninja? We'll take that. I mean, there's been so much worse. We'll take that one. That one's at least PG. Yo, what's up, Patrick? How are you doing today? How has your week been? I'm excited for everyone that works Monday to Friday to have the weekend off. To be done for the week. Like that's just the best feeling when you like clock out of work on a Friday. Like, get to go home, relax, maybe catch up on my show, which my show obviously is Love Island. No, I don't want to do. Okay, we need to fly away. I thought that guy would. I don't know why. I saw a bunch of people flying out of here. So I assumed I'd fly out of there. This is not the way I'm supposed to be going, by the way. Of course, they unmount me. I don't have the saddle on my alts. Have you done the Delve boss? I have not. Have you seen people, like, kill it? Is it achievable yet? And how difficult is it compared to the last few? But we are slamming our healer alts today. So we're almost done with this one, honestly. Really what I care to do is to get the map and get the spark, which we just finished the quest to get the map, and then do a tier 11 delve, and that's kind of it. Honestly, that's kind of it. It's super easy. Okay, hold on. Am I being baited, though? Would it be easy for me is the best question. Someone with less brain cells than the average human. How would they do? Okay, so we get a map from a toxic tour. That's weird. The toxic tour gave me the map here. The purging the vaults gave me the map on my main. Uh-oh, and I just made a short about that. The question mark should be killable, but heard that the 30 hero crests that you should get are bugged. Don't know if it's fixed. Oof. Yeah, I mean, the thing about this week is, like, I want to spend as little time to get as much return as possible. I don't even... it would be fun to kill it week 1. It really would be, but, like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth the time? Where's this guy? Like, I can click on him. This is what I was looking at on the map. Alright, so we've gotten our map. Now it is time to go get some loot. Give me the loot. The thing is, did I get my spark? Turn back the surge. That's what I need to do, is turn back the surge. Go ahead and go do that. I still haven't even done this on my main, if I'm being totally honest. I'm gonna sign up. I have no idea where this is. Okay, it's way over there. Okay. We need to do 3 of these. Yeah, I definitely do want to get my surges, or my sparks on the, at least some of the alts that I care about. Preservoker being one of those. Living Blizzard Ninja. Okay, you cooked. I love it. Did you guys see the blue posts for the sparks? I did not. Did not. Okay, well, the curse surge defeated, and we're all chilling here. Are we waiting for it to like spawn or something? Curse surge. Yeah, I didn't even do this on my main, so I'll need to go back and do that on the main. You get... Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. You get 4 sparks next week because of the bugs that are live right now. Yeah, that's crazy. Change the cap to 4. I like how they're doing that, but that's going to make the race world first kind of... That's going to make the race kind of wild. I don't know if that was the right call. Ransom M0s, thanks to your help. Alleviate my fears from Mystery or Monk. I thought the spec got completely reworked and gutted. No, definitely not it. People like to doom things, for sure. Even I've even hopped on the Doom train for our raid healing just because I did not enjoy it at all in the PTR. At any point, even when we were broken, I enjoyed Chi-Jing, but that was it. But apparently, people have been doing like Lura Prog with all the changes that have hit the season, and people are really liking it. But to be fair, is they still have Season 1's tier set, and so do all the other healers, you know, so not like a perfect testing environment, but what are we waiting on? Have y'all done this first surge yet? Guys, move away from landing point. Where is landing point? I'm guessing I'm safe, maybe. When does this spawn? Maybe it's on the map? How do they know to come here? Okay, I'll rescue them one at a time. Waiting for cooldowns. Okay, in a minute I'll be able to grab. Apparently the thing that we're waiting to spawn might not spawn if people are standing where it's supposed to spawn. That's what they're saying. So why I'm rescuing people. I know, just wondering how important mastery is now and what percent I should get for. Ooh, I see. It's hard to know the percent. Some people are playing the build where they put points into, like, I've seen people put 2 points into Resplendent Mists, and play Jade Bond and stuff. Like, I've seen people go heavy into mastery even after the Morning Breeze nerfs, right? Mastery is a really good stat. It is. But also, in higher keys, you lean into spinning Crankick a lot more. So you didn't need that much mastery, but mastery does make your boss healing a lot better. For sure. Okay, are we still waiting for this thing to spawn? What is this quest? What are we pinging? I'm very confused. Brace yourselves. Okay, that's a good sign. Oh. Dude, what is happening? Wish they would bring back Dark Flame Cleft. I liked Dark Flame, but the thing is we're gonna have to wait a while before that hits. Like the dungeon that they bring back. To be fair, I thought that it would take a lot longer before they brought back a Dragonflight dungeon, and they brought back Ruby Life Pools now. They brought back Algathar. Like, we've seen a few. Seen a few. So maybe like next expansion we'll see some War Within dungeons get brought back. It is kind of weird to think that War Within's like a thing of the past, you know? Kind of odd. Because, you know, you think of all these like older expansions as being old expansions. Like, honestly, Shadowlands has become an old expansion now. Obviously, it's no like Cataclysm or anything, but it's just weird. Surprised they haven't hit us with the Algathar Academy nuke yet. Knockout offensive. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Knockout offensive. I did like the bosses. I thought the bosses in that dungeon were like top tier. but the trash mechanics were really annoying. The shoots with the arrow volleys, and like it was gross. I did not like that dungeon that much overall. But I feel like every boss in Not Go Defensive was like a huge W. Like the one where you're like in that storm, you have to collect the orbs to get like big healing bonuses. That was really cool. Um, Having a tag team boss with different abilities is always fun. Bring back more Ice Crown Citadel. Pit of Saran was great. It was fun doing a Wrath dungeon. I don't think I've ever done a Wrath dungeon. Okay, I can't. My health bars aren't even showing. I can't even see this thing's health bar. That's what we waited on. That's crazy. Okay. Can't even loot it. Oh yes, I can. What do we get? One-handed venture piece. Where are we headed to, team? How do we know where the next one is? Everyone's leaving. Okay. How do we know? Are they on a timer, maybe? And, like, the next one's not for, like, 20 minutes or something? I have no idea. Glad it was included last season. I am, too. You know, I was kind of nervous about Pit of Saran having tested on the PTR, or on the beta, but it really wasn't that bad. In fact, it was one of the easier dungeons of the pool. And I feel like that's how it always is. The ones that are scary in the testing environment, just the uproar happens of the people, and then they nerf it to make us happy. And hey, it works. We should cry about more things, you know? But this is annoying. I want to get this done on the alts. Okay, there's a big group. Where are these people? Come on. How is auto accept on, but I'm not getting invited? This cringe. Skyreach was kind of hard as tank. Skyreach was hard as a tank. Those, what are they called? I'm trying to think of the mob. The enforcers, I think. Those guys chunked the tank. Algathar was hard on the tank. Those battle axes were no joke. Like, they never let up. Those things were insanity. I guess I just fly around until one of these groups invites me. I have no idea how to know when these spawn. The surges, the curse surge. Well, let's see. I have my map. Go and click the map. That way our next delve will be bountiful. Yeah, there are so many groups forming. Ah, we get the invite. Where's the team? They are all flying to this one that I was just at. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, this will give us our spark. I don't know if I'm going to unlock the spark on all the alts, but I'll definitely do the heroic piece of loot. No, I should do the spark on all the alts, but this is taking longer than I would like. But to be fair, it's like, is it really taking as long? It's weird not being able to see your health bar, but at least we can see it down here. Alright, so that's 2 curse surges defeated. Now everyone's going to leave the group. I guess we join them. And join another one. This one is probably that same group. Fine, where are these people at? Okay, everyone's flying here. Is this it? Do the curse surges just spawn here, I'm guessing? I don't know if this is my favorite mechanic. A lot of scary tank mobs. Yeah, I mean, there was so much kiting that needed to be done in Skyreach, and there wasn't a lot of space to kite. But Luckily for tanks, Mistweaver was the meta healer because we can really help some tanks kite, you know. Us and like Resto Druids can help kite, and I guess a grip counts as kiting, right? Alright, do we just wait here? I guess so. I guess we do. I don't disagree, Tuzalon, that everyone being able to craft a weapon first week that's a good thing, right? But I really wonder what the implications are going to be for the race world first. Because think about it, the race world first, say that you're on like Echo or something. You could either have everyone on Echo just craft a two-hand weapon and blast. Or you could do your splits and everything and then have two crafts at the end of the week. That way everyone gets a weapon from the raid and can craft twice in other spots and stuff. Like, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how each guild handles the crafting for the race world first. Like, I'm sure each guild's going to have a different strategy, right? They always do. Like, different guilds handle splits differently and things like that. That's going to be interesting to watch. Okay, we need one more Curse Surge. A lot of heals that can help the tank, but most of them just don't do it. Yeah, true. Or don't know when they should do it. Yeah, 100%. Most of the time they hold sparks until a point and then craft, yeah. But it's kind of a question of like, but if you give them a ton of crests, but to be fair, they're probably just going to be doing splits all week next week, so I feel like, yeah, they're probably definitely going to hold them, I would guess. I feel like there's so many people like myself that are just so impatient. We keep leaving the group, then joining another one, but I'm pretty sure we just keep leaving and rejoining the same group. But we're trying to see if any of them have the boss spawned already, you know? Alright, come on, Curse Surge. Need one more. They will be mostly doing splits. Maybe they craft before the start Mythic for the last minute push DPS. Yeah, 100%. That is what I expect, but there's also the argument that if everyone just insta-crafts a two-hand weapon, then your splits are going to go so much faster, right? Man, but now that there's like more sparks, you can imagine the grind that all these Race World First players are having to do on all their alts right now. Having to get so much crap. Crazy. How do you know when this thing's gonna spawn? Like, are people checking it? Does it show on Wowhead or something? Maybe we could check that. Wowhead, let's see. Because usually there's a, for like the feast or something, it'll show. Hey, look, by watching me on Twitch, you can get a Sorcerer's Grassy Garb. I do have drops live. Let me go ahead and change the title and include drops. Get your garb here. Green title. Drops. Since most of the stronger weapons are locked behind the last bosses, I think, yeah. 100%. These curse surges, this might not be worth doing on my alts. At least not while streaming. I know you guys want to see the exciting stuff, but this is definitely not that. Okay, let's do the old leave the group, see if another group's had one spawn yet. Go from there. Uh-oh. We left the group, but now there's no groups posted. Oh man. It's like a day where it can't decide if it wants to storm or not. So it's like dark outside, kind of. It's just like a gray day, you know? Come on, Surges. Where are you at? After this, I need to go do a tier 11 delve, but I'm kind of worried that it won't have the tier 11 delves unlocked. Like, I did unlock it on my main, but will it work? You know what I mean? Or will I have to unlock tier 11 on all my alts as well, you know? That's what I'm kind of worried about. Okay, we are in a totally new instance. No one is here. They're all flying away. Dude, this quest is very annoying. Maybe I just stay in my instance? Wait till it spawns? Guy's name is Uchiha Mbappe. What a name. I wonder what his two favorite, like, interests are. I will be shuffling a deck while we do this. I'm tempted. Today's Friday, right? I'm tempted to go to a card shop and play some Commander. I haven't played Commander in a hot minute. And I have these decks that I've been, like, updating and stuff and just, like, excited to play. Just never have the time to play them. Yo, what's up, Vlad? Welcome in, everyone. How are y'all doing? I'm now remembering I forgot to message you. God. We are Potato Toes Gaming. Was I talking about your name? I wasn't talking about the first part, but we were definitely talking about that middle part. But we are currently waiting for the world's longest thing to spawn. We're trying to get our alts done today, and I'm trying to do as little as possible. So my plan for the alts is just to get the heroic piece of loot from the delves, and I was testing out to see if I wanted to get this spark on my alts, and the answer is probably not, especially not on stream. No message in your DMs. Yes, I will. You know what? I could go and do it while we wait. We are waiting eternally for this to spawn. Go and join up a group and see if it's spawned for them, though. This is ridiculous. This thing's crazy. Well, I would have to type it out, but I got you. I got you. We might be able to link up over the weekend. I feel like it'd be funny. But we're trying to get the alts done today. I've finished everything that I wanted to do on my main. Technically, I still have this to do, which is very important to get my sparks, especially because next week they've raised the cap to 4 sparks next week, which means we're gonna be able to craft a 2-hand. It's crazy. Thanks for taking in my peeps. Of course, I will shelter your peeps, you know, to the fullest. I appreciate you guys sticking around. My name's Elvin7. If you haven't ever seen me, which Vlad raids me all the time. He shows so much love to my community. But we do pretty similar things. We've in fact linked up before and made a little mini series before together. But I like to play alts. I'm a big alt gamer. But I primarily main Mistweaver Monk. I'm getting my butt chewed up though. But I primarily play Mistweaver Monk. So every season, like I'll make a guide on Mistweaver Monk and I main it and I get cutting edge with it and everything. But I also play all the other healers, and usually what I do is I do an all healers to 3K series where like I push all the healers at once and see how fast we can get them all to 3K. But as you know, last season 3K was nothing, so we changed it to like all healers to Mythic, which was like 3,400, I think. No, we did all healers, all 15s is what we did, which was basically the same thing, right? But this season, I'm thinking about doing something a little different. I'm thinking about just playing whatever alt I feel like. So, like, for a week, just spamming an alt, you know? Or I really want to push on my monk and actually, like, go for title one season. I feel like this could be a good season for that, too. But yeah, I just like to play this game, man. I love to play this game, love to make guides. I think one of my passions... I did 16, all healers, all 16s. I think I did some 16s on some healers, but like, I'm pretty sure the challenge was just 15s, but we could have gone a lot higher. It's just, we had moved the goalpost a couple times, just because, you know, Blizzard moved the goalpost a couple times. They kept giving us more and more loot and more item level. So I just didn't care to change it again. I was like, you know what, this series has already changed skins like 30 times. So I just called it a day at 15s. But this season, I kind of want to do something new to the channel. I think it'd be pretty fun. Pretty sure I seen you on YouTube around the same time I found Vlad. Very interesting. You probably found us at the same time because you probably found us around the time that we were playing together, and maybe our stuff just came up together because people were watching us both at the same time. Oh my goodness, this is driving me insane. I am way too ADD to sit around and wait for this thing to spawn any longer, so we are gonna just ditch the sunken cost and let's just go do a delve. Let's get that free heroic piece. Go to the Ring of Glory. I feel like that's just the best delve. So the delve, since we've unlocked the map, this is all I'm gonna do on my alts is just unlock the map, do a tier 11 delve, get a free heroic piece. Let's see, what do people have? I don't even need to do an 11. I can do a 10. Because as long as it's bountiful, which I've already consumed the map, I have it active. As long as it's 8+. Am I also on EU servers? I am not. So I'm in NA. The way that me and Vlad were able to play with each other is Vlad just has big bucks. Okay, he's a baller. Not a lot of people know this, but he actually used to be in the Mafia. It was toward the top, too. And he's also won the lottery twice, which is crazy. He visited the United States once, and he won the lottery. It's insane. He won it twice. So, yeah, Vlad has just big bucks, right? So he actually is able to... He's one of the few people on the planet that can afford to have an EU and an NA account. And so he had an NA account that he played on while we played together, but yeah, he is just rolling in the dough, and it's all because of like, who wins the lottery twice? That's crazy. But hey, if anyone's gonna do it, it's definitely not Vlad. The guy has a luck factory. It's crazy. If anyone's gonna get like 3 procs of a tier set in a row, it's that guy. Guy's made of gold. But no, I'm in a... It just needs to be an 8, yeah. The thing is, like, I'm nervous. You know how there's so many bugs in week 1? I did my tier 11 bountiful on my main, and on this character I'm doing a 10. I'm basically just doing what people queue up. And right now there was a 10 queued, so I was like, you know what, let's just do that. Oh, I walked into poop. Prez, good man. Yeah, we're gonna try to slam some of the alts today. Just get the grind, the week 1 grind done on some of the alts. So we're just gonna try to get this tier 11 or tier bountiful delve basically. done on the alts. And I think my favorite alt so far this season is the Prez. I have a feeling I'm going to play this a good bit. I did an M0 World Tour earlier today on my Druid and got 11 pieces of gear. Oh my goodness. Maybe you're the luck factory. Whoa. Mages are literally made of paper. It's kind of insane.
A deadly poison.
11 pieces of gear is like almost unheard of. That's crazy. How did you do Bountiful Delves? None of the Delves are bountiful for me. I thought it started with Season 2 only. So you can unlock a map this week. I made a short about it, actually, Jazz. Go watch my most recent short if you want the full scope of everything I want to do this week. But to put it shortly, I'll just save your time. If you just want to know how to get the map, there's a quest chain that you can do in the Vault of Tulatech, and I show how to get the quests in the short. But you just do this quick quest. It's just like join a raid group and run around for about 10 minutes and kill some things. And then that will give you a map. And you see here, I've already done it on this character. If you stick around long enough, I will be getting the map and doing it on my other characters too. But you get the map, and then once you consume the map, your next tier 8 or higher is bountiful. So I'm sure you know how maps work, but just in case you didn't. But yeah, that's how you can get a map this week, and that's, like, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can get a heroic piece this week, which is pretty cool. Also, today's instance of Ring of Glory is pretty quick, it seems like. There's no running around and chasing spirits, you just kill things, which is... I am a huge fan of. Do we have to kill this monstrosity now? I can kill both of these guys at once. They have a mage, that's funnel. Did they make Prez easier? I think so. I think it's not like they did anything big this season to make them so much easier. But I think just over the past few years, they've done a bunch of like small little quality of life or just like tuning changes that kind of shift in the easier direction. And I think that Flame Shaper, now that you don't have a whole button and engulf, I think Flame Shaper is simpler. I think it's much more clear what you want to... Is that going to one-shot us? I feel like that's about to one-shot us. I feel like it's much more clear how you spend your stasises. Your Dream Breath's just really powerful. It has a big hot after it, so you can actually press it like as damage hits and it feels impactful. Like, I don't know, I think it is. Gonna lurk for a bit, my man. I appreciate you so much for sticking around. And the lurk is very much appreciated. Any amount of support to a small streamer means the world to us, so I appreciate you so much. Got your stream on my TV as I play on my laptop. Oh man, I had a setup like that in college, Jazz. I'm gonna say Jazz, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I had a setup kind of like that in college where I had my computer here, then my TV over there, and I would honestly I would do it in reverse. I played a lot of Xbox in college until I got into WoW and I started playing more WoW. But I would play on Xbox and have my like shows on my computer on Netflix and stuff. Until like I said, I started playing WoW, and then I started doing it in reverse. But yeah, I would. That's how my ADHD got. Whoa, the mage got one shot. That's how like the ADD got turbocharged. Was just like that, right? Like having two screens playing something that both demand your full attention. Like yeah, that's how you get it started. You miss Engulf? I kind of do too. I thought Engulf was sick, but I will say, new Consume Flame, really cool, really strong too. Go over here so we can at least touch this mage, because the mage is the one dying. Send some of the spells this way. I don't know where the mage is standing. I need to fix my UI too. This is Druid. I love how the mage and the Druid are standing completely opposite from each other. Okay, so now we have to kill the Blue Gill Brothers. Okay. Those while none of them are repeats, that is insane. So much luck. But dude, Jazz, I appreciate the support so much. That is so cool. You're just hanging out 5 minutes. That's kind of my intention for my streams. I think a really good way to approach streaming WoW is plan to be in someone's background. So like, I try to not go too crazy, and I think that's just. I think the more I've learned about streaming and the more I've done it, I've just gotten better at just being myself. Like I kind of do just like to just kind of casually hang out, you know, while I play. But that's just what I prefer. I know a lot of people like those big over the top and everything, and I can't. Sometimes I'm just in a mood where I just want to like whoa and like yell and stuff, but for the most part, I just want to hang out. I think it's made me enjoy streaming a lot more. Is actually just being true to who I am and stuff. What do I main? I main Mistweaver Monk. And I ult all the healers, and I would like to ult like a tank this season. I really miss tanking, but I've been a healer main since I've started. Healing is why I got into this game, because my friend was like, I play WoW, and healing's really cool in WoW. It's very fleshed out, and I think you'd like it. I'm like, hell yeah, like I'll play anything that has a good healer. So I started out, when I first made my first character, it was a Resto Druid. Because I told him, I was like, I'm looking for like a something that uses like nature and that can like grab enemies with vines and stuff. He was like, boy, have I got the perfect spec for you. So my first healer was Resto Druid. And then my first alt was a Windwalker Monk, because I thought that sounded cool and looked the most like Rock Lee from Naruto and like a Naruto character. And then my friend convinced me to try out Mistweaver, and I fell in love, and we've been a Mistweaver main ever since. And that was back in Shadowlands is when I started. How about yourself, Jazz? Are you a Prez main? Or are you hopping on the Holy Paladin train? I do want to do some pretty big pushing this season. We'll see what I push on. The jury's still out there. Alright, apparently this delve takes forever now. Maybe this isn't the best instance of it. Yeah, Engulf was a really interesting spell, I'll say that. Do the classic evoker thing of rescuing your ranged into melee. Used to main Marksman Hunter. Hated what they did to it in Season 1 Midnight, so I switched to Warrior. I alternate between Fury and Arms. You know, my guild has 2 Hunter mains in it. And this was the first season that I've seen them both want to swap off Hunter since joining the guild. Like, they both wanted to play other things. One of them played Guardian Druid, and one of them played Augmentation Evoker. I don't really know much about Marksman, but I will say I've always wanted to play Marksman Hunter, but every time that I gear out my Hunter, I end up just playing Survival because it's so much fun. Like, I can't play something other than Survival Hunter when I play Hunter, but Marksman is definitely the one that piques my interest. Probably the most that I have not played yet. You also have a Ret Pally alt, super fun. I've heard, like, there's a reason why so many people play that spec. But you guys are just the punching bag of the game, of all the jokes. Even me, I make jokes about you guys. Well, not you guys, because I guess it is your alt, but you know what I mean. I'll meme on a Ret Pally from time to time. Is this the final boss? Because we've been in this delve for a long time. I'm guessing so, because our mage lusted. Mini boss is kind of annoying. Boombaya says, I played Ret for the first time last season. As a healer main, it's my favorite DPS spec. Feels like a true support spec. Interesting. It is crazy how much support they have while doing so much damage. Like, at least since I've been playing, I don't think there's been a season where Rhett has made it the entire season doing bad damage. Like there was one season that I do remember where they started out doing bad damage, and that's the season that they kind of got like some rework or something, and they actually did good damage by the end of it. Yeah, Rhett is very consistent, but yeah, their utility is like so good. Yeah, this definitely feels like the final boss. Hey, get that bountiful loot. Come on, what do we need? I would like, I guess, a trinket on every character, to be honest. Oh, could have used that. Come on, trinket. We got our Nemesis Strongbox. What do we get from that? I don't even know. Okay. Alright, come on. Give me something good. Trinket. What's that? Ooh, it is a two-hand. I mean, that's fun. That's the best thing we could get this week. But the thing is as my alt, I'm not going to be playing anymore on this character this week. So getting a two-hand's kind of like honestly the worst thing since we can craft one next week. But hey, we take it. We take it. No, I guess I just did complain, but no real complaints here. Yo, what's up, Despada? This new season's going good so far. I mean, I've had fun. I feel like it's been a good launch. No like crazy lag yet. It's been nice and chill. Like I can take it at my own pace. I feel like I don't have to do everything, but I also am doing enough to keep myself entertained. Let's I guess let's queue up to this one last time. See if we can get in. See if there is one spawned. Where are they headed? They're headed over here to the forum. How do people know where these cursed surges are? I'm so confused. I fly over this, so I get a speed boost. I don't, but it looks like I should. Feels like a bait. But yeah, it's going pretty good. How's it going for you? Saw you finish the quest in that cave, the altar thing. I've done it on 3 different healers and still don't know what it's about or what I'm doing in there. Which quest? Do you mean the purge the something? Purging the vaults? To get your map so that when you do a delve, you can get a free heroic piece. Like we just got a heroic weapon. What's up, Elby Ninja Cat? How's it going? Can I have some treats? I have dog treats now. I don't have cat. Actually, I do have cat treats. They're down in the basement, though. I'll come give you a treat in a second. Oh my goodness, this thing has 9 minutes. Still spawn? Goodness. Do I care that much? I don't, to be honest. Have I tried Harmony yet, or just Celestial? I did try Harmony. I was having some fun with Harmony end of last season. I kind of do want to give Harmony another big shot, like with a just turbo mastery build, just turn your brain off, punch and kick, heal. I feel like that's just so much fun, right? But toward the end of PTR, I was definitely doing higher keys, and I was spinning a lot, so it just felt like whenever I would test Harmony, I just wouldn't get good value from it, honestly. I overshot it. What am I doing? We're back in the old zone. Yeah, Conduit feels a lot weaker this season. So like, there's a world right where probably could put up some good numbers with Harmony. Um, I know what I'm getting, but I just follow the group. Couldn't tell you where I have to go. Oh yeah, same. I'm the same way with like any quest. I'm like, I will follow you off a ledge if that's where you're taking us. Like I will. I'm so bad at this game. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this thing to spawn, but I'm gonna step away for just a moment. Just a moment. I'll be back in just a minute. Stick around. finish this character up in just a second, and then we'll hop on the next alt. But give me like a minute. Be right back. Did I miss it? Did I miss it spawn? Okay, there's still a ton of people here just standing, so I don't think so. But we're also going to be standing up for a bit. I need to stand more. There's a time where I was standing all the time, but I've broken that habit, but I'm getting back into it. Also, we're watching my mom's dog for the week, and that's helped me get more active. I take my dog on a lot of walks every day, so I walked her right before going live, plan to walk her right after going live. Hoping with new ancient teachings, but it will be good. I do too. I'm like I said, I'm probably just gonna jam Chi-Ji and raid all season, not caring how my parses look, and just sending it. But we'll see. I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to end the raid. I don't want to do anything that's bad for the raid. But I also think that that could be fine because this season we're actually gonna have a holy paladin for the first time ever, and I do like the healing profile of relying on ancient teachings instead of relying on Shaylin's gift and Vivify spam and stuff. Um, or not Shaylin's and Vivify, but Vivify. So when there's a holy paladin, like I can do some cleave AOE while he does the snipe healing with shock heals and stuff. But that could be a strat, right? But we'll see. Um, I agree. Some of the most fun I had all season. Yeah, 100%. Like the thing is like Master of Harmony is so disappointing because it used to be so epic. Like it was the coolest hero tree of any character in the game. Because the dot was massive, the procs of your tiger palms were huge. Like that season was so much fun, and now it is like a shell of itself. Like it can't decide on what it wants to be strong at. It can't decide its identity. It's just so disappointing. So I really do hope that Master of Harmony, if anything, gets looked at. I don't want to rework, but I do want it to kind of just move back in its direction that it was before it. You know what I mean? Like, be its former self. Alright, shouldn't be much longer until this thing spawns. Then we get to finish up this character and hop onto the next ult. And we're going to skip this on all the alts. Maybe I do it over the weekend while I have a movie on or something. Or I'm editing a video, maybe. This waiting around is not what streaming's about. I understand. I used to tune into streams all the time. And I know it can get boring just watching someone stand here waiting on something to spawn. But then again, I know people will watch a stream of someone play Pokemon where they are just resetting in front of a boss Pokemon over and over and over, hoping to get like a shiny legendary or something. That's kind of the same thing as this, but I guess technically in that case pixels are moving on the screen, whereas here I'm just still. I'm AFK. But I get to shuffle some magic cards and test out hands of my magic deck. Which so far, this deck I'm so excited to play. I've only played it once against actual humans, and it was fun and it won. It kind of dominated it destroyed the pod. So that was pretty cool. Maybe a little, maybe work a little on your UI, your OCD screaming. You know what? That's a great point. We haven't even touched the UI on this character, so maybe I should do some of the tweaks that I did last time. Because yeah, we have this clipping. Like yeah, it's bad. But yeah, with this being my alt, I have not even touched the UI. Here's the thing: is I like you guys being able to see chat, but chat kind of is where my frames go. Oh, actually, no. I think I moved my frames down here last season. Yeah, we definitely want to fix that. So move this here. I'll fix it. I promise. Your OCD will be okay. Okay, action bar. I think I need my. I might need to reload here. I'll make it look pretty. I promise. I have a plan. Oof. Okay, apparently I don't have that add-on though. We're gonna hide this action bar. Can I remove it through this? I don't think so. There's an add-on that you can get that removes it completely. How do I want to do this? Maybe I do just have them in the top left for now. And if I do actually do some meaningful rating, I can always move them. At least now they're not clipping with the... I mean, they are... This one's behind, but it's okay. Go to action bars in EUI, set it to never show. Ooh, so that's built in. You'll love to see it. Action bars... Action bar 1. Never. Oh my goodness. We're cooking. Oh, things spawning too. Perfect timing. That died so fast. All that waiting for that. So now that we've disabled the action bar, that will our plates will actually fit down there. Okay. Might just have to like copy my mains. It's not letting me edit for some reason. I'm in combat. Thanks. We'll just do this for now. This works, and I'll like change it. Oh, that does not work. That is gonna bother me. The thing is like I want to have a separate raid one for my Mythic plus one. So, fun. Because in raid, the party frames obviously aren't gonna be there, right? So I guess is that how I can lock it? Like anchor to this? I don't really know how that works. Has everything you could ever want. You can make a 30 group and a mythic group and a party. Because, like, is there a way to make my cooldown manager scoot up when the party frames aren't showing? You know what I mean? Like, I want the cooldown manager to be there, and I want this to scoot up too. Is there a way to, like, group those together so, like, if one's not there, they'll all slot up? Is it just me or is my mic lower today? My headphones are maxed out right now, and I can still barely hear. I don't think so. Maybe it's just because I'm, like, looking this way, and my mic is to my left. I'll try to move it more in front of me so that maybe I'm a little louder. Maybe that helps. Let's see. I see you shuffling which commander. I was shuffling a Shieldred deck, mono black. Draw a bunch of cards, lose a bunch of life. That's the whole shtick. Okay, so this character, let's go turn in that quest, and then I'm pretty sure we're done on this character, right? I mean, I could do the world boss as well. Nah. You don't think I can? I don't think so either. I feel like that's a little too fancy. I'll just make different profiles for each. I do plan this weekend to actually sit down and do that on my monk. Make all the profiles better. But Nispatha, is this better? Is it better now that I've moved my mic more in front of my mouth? I'm new to it. Any good tips? Any good tips for it? Like, should I save Thunderfolk's Tea to send on cooldown like Conduit? Or send on cooldown like Conduit? Thunderfolk's Tea, are you talking about in Mythic Plus or in Raid? Isn't she hated early? Yeah, but the deck's really fun. The thing is like, I don't really plan to play Shieldred on turn 4, or like on curve, you know? The plan is like establish a few pieces that make everyone draw. Maybe I hit like a board wipe or like a removal piece or something. And then like after I have like 7 mana, I can drop like a Phyrexian Arena and Shieldred. So then everyone's drawing like 3 cards and then taking that or something. You know what I mean? Or I can drop Shieldred when I have mana to leave open. So I can be like, look, if you kill my thing, I kill your thing. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, she's not the favorite. People hate taking a bunch of damage, but they like drawing a bunch of cards. Sounds better. Very nice. Okay, I definitely think it was just because the angle. I know, right? You obviously you want to hit Soul Ring Plate on turn 2, right? That's what you want. But no, it started out as a Sidisi deck, a mono black Sidisi, and that's the one that tutors when it enters if you sack something. And the deck it started out as really fun. It was like I just put like a bunch of random cards that are specific to shut down certain decks, you know? And it was just like a toolbox deck. I would just like tutor up, oh, this board wipe for the elves deck, and then like, oh, this random planeswalker to get some random value, you know what I mean? It was just like a bunch of like pet cards basically. But then it became too much of, well, every game I want to tutor up Cabal Coffers, and I'm like, yeah, that's not what I want to be doing. So, but you know what I do like doing is drawing a bunch of cards, and you know what other people like doing is drawing a bunch of cards. So maybe I can let them draw more cards and convince them to let Shieldred stick around for a turn cycle, and that's kind of the whole game plan. But like I said, I've only played it once, and I did win that game, and it was versus a. It was versus. To be fair, it wasn't the most high powered pod, but there was a Marin deck, the green black kind of like reanimating one.
You just have to say that you're fine
Yeah,
when you're not
we're
really
fine.
fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
There's a special where you can make one UI for when you were in raid and one for when you were in solo or in a party. Elsmere has a video about it. Don't use it myself, but I'll definitely check that out. But the pod that I was in was Marin, which that deck was hyper optimized. She almost got like a Spore Frog loop on us, and like almost was just like she was basically the threat the whole time. But it allowed me to get up a bunch of mana rocks and stuff, and a bunch of card draw. And the other two in the pod were, it was a precon deck, but he had updated it. It was the one. It was the one that puts like a bunch of counters on. It was like a cloud or something that puts a bunch of counters on things. And then there was an actual precon deck, so it wasn't a high-powered pod. That, to be honest, it was the green-blue Strixhaven one. So yeah, that was that pod, but yeah, it was still fun. The experience one early on. Oh, experience one. Powerful early on. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Marin. Powerful until someone hits the graveyard, and I'm pretty sure I played something that hit her graveyard. I want to say I hit a Nihil spell bomb to slow her down because she was going off, right? And then it was funny because I'm drawing so many cards with this deck that like I'll eventually hit answers, right? So I hit the Nihil spell bomb to slow her down, but then I hit this one card. I forget what it's called. It's not the Blood Chief, but it's like a sorcery that just removes all the counters from all permanents, and I like draw cards equal to the amount of counters, and that hosed the Cloud deck. I was like, this feels bad. So I shut down that deck, and then the green blue deck just like never got started, kind of, because I think the Marin deck was like killing them. So I don't know. It's kind of like the deck just popped off, to be honest. So I'm excited to play it more. But I have a bunch of commander decks. I never play commander, so I'm thinking about going tonight card shop and just maybe playing some games. We will see. But as for now, let's get back to WoW. We just finished the Prez Evoker. Everything that I care to do this week. In fact, I did more than I care to do this week. I actually got the Spark. But on the rest of my alts, the plan is just do the purging the vaults quest, get the map, and then use the map. Go do a delve, and that's it. That's all I really care to do. In fact, it might not even be the purging the vaults quest on the alts. It might be the tour of the vaults, or a toxic tour. Which, if that's the case, that would be annoying. Also, is that my mana bar? Let's see. Try turning it off and seeing if that's what that was. No, it is not. What is this blue bar? Oh, do I still have Danders going? That might be what it is. I do. Okay. I might just uninstall Danders and Platinator and everything. I have not done spell tables. Someone was saying the other day they want me to do like a viewer spell table commander day. That would be really fun. But the thing is, like, that's such a subset of the community of people that play both WoW and Magic, and specifically Commander. But let's be real, Magic is Commander nowadays. But that would be really fun. It's just some people would tune into the stream expecting WoW and then see Magic, and they'd be like, "Wait, what?" That would be a blast. Maybe I don't do it in a stream. Maybe we should do it in Discord one day. All right, let's get these quests. Yeah, okay, so it is this one that gives me the map. Go purge those vaults. Get the map. Let's this over. That's my dungeon. I need to be in actual edit mode. Move the campaign thing. Still not perfect. Okay. Save. Alright, let's go purge those vaults. I feel like I should do like the week 1 stuff on the Paladin as Prot Paladin, right? I feel like you just quest so much quicker as Prot Paladin. Like, even your Sacred Toll throwing all those shields, like, it does so much damage. Alright, let's hop into a group. Oh no, this is the wrong one. We need to do the purging the vaults. And this one they need a healer too. Probably see where everyone is before I start going. Okay, they are this way. For this queue, you need to do the campaign. You only need to do the campaign on your main. Shogun, I actually made a short, if you want to check it out on YouTube, kind of telling you everything that like needs to be done this week, and I go like step by step. Then at the end, I kind of show everything at once. I think I'm not supposed to be down here though. But yeah, you need to do the campaign on your main at least until you can unlock the new zone. Which honestly, this is like the quickest the campaign's gone since I can remember. And then once you've done the campaign on your main, it's unlocked the new zone. You just have to fly over to it on your alts. Yeah, you don't need to like redo the campaign on all your alts and everything. But if you want to check out that short, it'll kind of just show you the steps that I'm taking this week. And yeah, I definitely am doing. I'm playing the game a good amount because that's what I do. I like to play this game, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on this game. I'm gonna definitely value my time over the next objective. You know, this guy is evading us. You'll love that. I don't have a target. I love this guy's voice pack. Oh, I'm a healer. I'm supposed to be healing. My bad, team. I know what our next objective is, to be honest. At least now I can mount. Where's the squad going? Yeah, of course. I will say, my story of how I got invincible was crazy. Like, I just hear people, like, spend days farming this mount. And I got it the easiest way possible. It was a weekly... One week they opened up a time walking raid. And it was one that, like, people had the instance, like, unlocked to where they would just skip to the final boss. And then that way you could just finish the quest, like, in a minute per character. But they would want you to tip them. Look, I would tip them every now and then just because I feel like it would be bad if I just like schmooshed off of it like on every character. But I didn't tip every time because I feel like it's still kind of scummy. But they were kind of doing us a favor, so I did tip. But what I did was I just was logging into all my alts and stuff and doing the quest. And on my shaman, instead of getting like a good piece of gear, I was like, oh man, I didn't get a good piece of gear, but I did get a mount. Okay. And it freaking invincible of all the mounts. Like, it randomly dropped me invincible. Yeah, these frames are not it, by the way. I'm gonna have to dabble in these. Okay. Where to next? Oh, I guess we just defend this point, maybe? Wait for him to plan a course of action, it says. Yo, what's up, Azarelos? Welcome back. We are standing now. Okay, so it looks like our course of action is just sit here and kill things. I will say, this would be very annoying to do if there weren't so many people doing it. But one beautiful thing about this week is that there's so many people just looking to do these objectives and stuff that you can just join a raid group and get it over with pretty quickly. Look at how many holy paladins there are. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I am literally on my holy paladin too, so I can't say anything, but it's crazy how many people fought him swap. It'll always surprise me. I'll know that a lot of people fought him swap, and then I'll see it in action. I'm like, that's crazy. And then everyone's geared the best character, and then all of a sudden, after week 1, they go and nerf it, you know what I mean? It happened to a guildie of mine. I said this yesterday, but it happened to a guildie of mine, like, last season. Everyone was hyping up Restless Shaman, he swapped to Restless Shaman, and then it just sucked. I think he got nerfed or something, and it just sucked. Happened to another guildie of mine with Prez Evoker. How are you liking this Temple of Ulatek stuff? It lags my computer so bad. I've heard, like, the color green is hard for some graphics cards to process, but I have a pretty good graphics card, so it doesn't really hit mine at all. But I can imagine if it were making me laugh, I would laugh. If it were making me lag, I would hate it. So definitely imagine. What am I doing? Placed at the cache. So off to the cache we go. We follow the squad. I don't mind it. Green's one of my favorite colors. It's not my exact favorite. In fact, purple is. So I definitely loved the aesthetics last season more than this season, but I don't mind these at all. Okay, what's the plan? At least, like, one person knows what they're doing and we just all follow them. It's kind of funny. You've been running M0s but no luck yet? Oof. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the monk I got loot from the first M0 I did, and then I don't think I got another piece. Or no, I got one other piece, but it was like one that I couldn't equip. Like, it wasn't an upgrade for me. So basically, I only got one piece. But I did get a trinket from the delve. So I can't be too upset from the map. Oh, no. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Nice. You know what's crazy to me is mana in the year of 2026. Like, Mistweaver Monk already is crazy enough with Mana Tea. Like, that button's, like, really cool designed. But then they went and gave, like, Master Shapeshifter to Druid. And Master Shapeshifter, or Druid now has, like, infinite mana, basically, if they wanted to. As long as you can squeeze some rats in, you just can't, you literally cannot run out of mana. And then here they are buffing the mana return of Shield of the Righteous. Like, you can have actual infinite mana if you just, like, have some downtime to spam Shield of the Righteous. And then Disintegrate giving you a bunch of mana back, right? And then Shamans have their mana return. It's not like the craziest thing in the world, but it's not as good as all the rest that I've mentioned. It's not technically, like, infinite, but they still have it. And then there's Priest. Like, what's going on with Priest? Why is Priest, like, the only one left behind? Like, sure, Holy Priests have that, like, slightly higher mana regen, but what is that worth, you know? It's crazy how mana is looked at this year. It's ridiculous, to be honest. It's crazy that, like, only one healer is left in the dust in terms of mana. I love how I'm second in healing. I've only pressed damage buttons. It's literally my judgment is doing healing. Or I guess shielding. Alright, come on, this thing. It was dying quickly for a bit, and then it stopped dying quickly. Ooh, I got a sack. What else do I get? Nothing. Alright, where to next, team? We follow the leader. Where are we headed to? We're at 61%. Okay, they're pinging up here. Ah, it's the chamber thing. You know what? I feel like I should go to another chamber. Just to be efficient, but it kind of is efficient to go to just all dump into one, and then after you finish the one, you split into the other two. Kind of like how you do Lyra soaks in like, what, P3? I am. A lot of people were on the PTR. Preferring Lightsmith. Lightsmith's really good. You cycle your armaments really quickly, and it lets you scale your verse. Like, your verse scales your shield. And like, honestly, if you go a ton of mastery, like, some of that mastery value will be lost to overhealing anyways. So mastery's still a great stat, but I really liked it. It allowed you to push damage, especially because like there's a lot of downtime in dungeons where you're just spamming Shield of the Righteous as much as you can to get your mana back for the actual big healing moments. It also just makes you tankier and stuff, but I think the utility of Lightsmith is just like, it's really, really good. Herald is equally good. In fact, I know a lot of people are going to be playing it because I think that's what one of the big Paladin pros said to play, so I'm sure a lot of people are still going to play it, but people were seeing a lot of success with Lightsmith, and I was very impressed by it on PTR. You just get so many Infusion of Lights, it's insane. And your Infusion of Lights lead to more shields. Like your Holy Bulwarks. Alright, let's go in there. Let's clear this out. Looks like they've already got this one cleared out. And like, I've just been less and less impressed by Divine Toll as time's gone on, so I don't really miss it, you know. Alright, let's go, team. Let's clear those dens. Like, someone's in the western one. That's pretty good. Someone is far away. I don't think we make it to the western in time, but I also don't think we make it to the center in time. Okay, the western's clearing fast. Very nice. Maybe we do go to the center. Basically just trying to do damage here, like, healing doesn't really matter. Okay, I got a corroded key. I feel like I've tried to open a chest and it said I needed the corroded key. I need to find where that is. So is this a lair? No, that's not the lair. The lair boss isn't. You'll see it on the mini map. The lair boss is this guy. He's like under the water. He has like a raid portal looking thing. That's just part of the. There's like a little quest that we were doing. I forget what it's called, but we had to clear out the 3. Not dens. What's the word that they use? Chambers. Okay, where are we headed now, team? Like the patrol. The patrol's the one where we just like sit here and defend this, right? I thought this one's easy. Guess I could go ahead and be packing up my commander decks if I did want to go to the card shop today. I am getting pretty hungry too. I'll need to make sure me and my wife have something to eat. Something good. Oh, I figured we'd start it. Huh. Below us, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I just read this quest. Children of Atulatek slain. Or Ulatek slain. Crazy. I feel like I'm the only one working on this patrol right now, so maybe I'd go and just do something else. But no, I feel like as long as they're doing something else and I can do this one, maybe that's good. Hopefully, like, 1 or 2 people come over and help out, but not that deep. These guys are gonna hurt, though. Can I live this? Do I do enough damage to make this worth it? Probably not. I'll ping them, see if anyone nearby comes by. It looks like we have some reinforcements coming in. There we go. Cavalry has arrived. What's a good item level before next week? I would say, like, aim to get a character into the 290s. You definitely want to get your... The thing is, like, your overall item level doesn't really matter, but what does matter is, like, you want to get that heroic piece that you can get from Delve. You definitely want to get that, because that piece is going to last you the whole season until you get a mythic replacement, right? So get the heroic piece, and other than that, like, nothing really will carry over that heavily into next week. Yeah, I think I just need to find the squad. I am separated, and we're slowing down. I could sit here and finish this patrol, but it would just take too long. Well, I guess I could free the freebies. Ones that don't put me in combat and see if that gives me any percent. I need 1 more. There's another one. One more prisoner. Where you at? Ooh, things are respawning. One over there. If I can not draw aggro on any of these guys. Okay, I just finished a patrol all by myself. This is an easy one, though. I'm not going to do the one where I kill 5 or 6 of these guys. They're too healthy. Let's just run through. Hopefully be safe. Let's wrap around and meet up with the group. Need 12 more percent. Yeah, I can cut through here. Yeah, the bridge connects. There's a chest here. I'll take that. Hop off for a mount, though. Okay, we made it. Not even close. That gave us nothing. Oh, no way. Oh, no, I have to fall down. Okay, we can just take the stairs up. But now the group is wandering. Okay, the group is actually dwindling, so I think I'll leave this group. Find another one. Let's purge the vaults. Find the biggest group. Sign up. Meet up with these guys. This should speed it up a lot. Okay, and they're pretty close. It's like they're fighting the mini-boss, maybe? Where are they? These guys are so annoying. Yeah, they've actually moved over there. I think they finished that objective. Oh my goodness, please leave me alone. Okay. We have found a new squad to group up with. Brother. Please stop restraining me. Let me be. I'm gonna miss out on these points. No, people are leaving. No, that means they just killed it. Oof. Rough. Oh, but now they're doing this thing where you have to get the staffs. Okay. Maybe I did not miss it. Is that guy still restraining me? This is insanity. Unless I just want to mount. I'll never be able to mount. Oh, okay. Somehow we just finished the purging the vaults. So we're done, though, with this. I could hearth out. I think the faster way is just running. Hey, let's actually die. I feel like that's actually fastest. Did not even notice how low I was. I'm still getting used to the new UI. My health bar gets lost in the corner of my screen. Oops. Does it auto group you when you accept a quest? No, you have to join the LFR, but there's plenty of groups that should be posted. You just click on the eye right here next to the quest you want to do. So let's go ahead and leave this group. Where am I? Pretty far away. Okay. Yeah, you do that before you do your delves. The reason why you do what I just did, Nispatha, one, it's pretty quick and easy. We made it go a lot longer than it needed to be. But it gets you a map. You'll see when I turn in this quest, I'm going to get a Delver's Bounty map. And that way, the next delve I do, I can get a free heroic piece, which I'm pretty sure is the only heroic piece you can get this week. So very worthwhile doing on your alts. It's like it should take about 15 to 20 minutes per alt, which is like, I mean, it's not the best rate of return, but for a guaranteed heroic piece of loot, I think that's kind of worth it, especially if I'm gonna be playing anyways, you know. Might as well. That's true. Hero gear is free next week, so I guess that's a great point. Maybe I don't need to do this on all my alts. I didn't even think about that. But some of these characters are like lower gear, and I do want to get into Mythic Plus next week on them. I don't know. I guess you're right. This probably is not worth doing. It was worth doing on my main for sure. So I'll just want to, as much of a head start next week, like when I log in on Tuesday, I'll want to be going, right? Let's take the flight path. The flight is a pretty flight. Not much slower anyways. Oh. Actually, hold on. That's what I'm saying is, like, you don't really need to stress too much this week. There's not too much that you have to do. Because, yeah, like Fling Panda's pointing out, all the gear is going to get replaced, basically, next week. But getting a delve heroic piece, like, usually there's some pretty good delve, like, trinkets and stuff. And I haven't hated the trinket that my monk got. It basically is a spot heal. And then if it full heals that person, it'll bounce and heal the next person. Like, it's pretty cool, and it actually heals a nice little chunk. Nice little spot heal. It's not like the best thing ever, but it's not bad. I'll at least use it for a bit. I might macro it to, like, Shayloons or something. Dude, out of nowhere, I just got starving. Like, I am so hungry. It is a pretty cool flight. I will say, like, this zone is cool and all. Green's a really pretty color, and I like how they like weaved in nature and stuff. But last zone, Silver Moon City, is just so beautiful. 15 minutes to get the map, plus all the time to get the delves back up to tier 8. The thing is you should probably on your main get your delves up anyways, because next week you'll want to do tier 11 delves for bounty or maps and stuff. So you'll want your delve pushed up to 11. And the good thing about delves is, like, I've pushed up my delve to 11 on my main, and then now all my alts have it unlocked at 11. So I basically just need to go and do a singular delve now, and we're done with this character. Let's see. I mean, I could do some, I could have just hearthed. I'm going to be doing Collegiate Calamity. I could have just hearthed. But I could do some Mythic Zeros and stuff, which I might do over the weekend. We'll see. Let me in, coach. We like to just do an 8. Pay close attention, it's +8. I trust that. I'll wait till I get inside to crack the map, but I feel like Collegiate Calamity is really quick. Yeah, I mean, it's really not that bad of an investment of time. I made it go a lot slower this time because I went off on my own, but you can usually just stick with the group. Yeah, your delve level is Warband or Warbound. So it like I said, it really it is quick. It saves a lot of time for sure. Type in 8. Well, I guess I could just start an 8 myself. I took a Mistweaver and me. Go and heart that. I might have to go in my own group. Yeah, like I can just hop into this delve. We just did it on my evoker. So, like, you know how on my monk I unlocked all the way to tier 11. We just hopped into a 10 on my evoker. And then we're about to do an 8 here. I know I am not a delve enjoyer at all. But I understand that I've been missing out on a very easy way to gear your characters every season since delves have come out. I've just been the one person that just doesn't do them. And I understand that I could have been doing them this whole time, you know. Okay, so it is a tier 8. So I'm going to use my map. Okay, we have our map buff. This will be bountiful. I'm slow. Collegiate Calamity is usually really quick. I should not have pulled this. Oops. Not that deep though. We are just a healer group. Look at this. You love to see it. There's more of us in the wild.
I've had enough of your tricks.
Alright, come on, team.
I don't
We need envenom denizens to be healed. We need to clear out. Oh, collect ingredients. God, that's the thing I pulled. They're back there still killing it. My bad, team. I'm coming.
I've had enough of your tricks. Breathe deep, Burn.
Maybe we shouldn't pull that. Thing is, I don't really know how we're getting the ingredients, to be honest.
I don't think
This is more than the delves I'll do at max rank this season. I know, right? I'm probably only going to do delves like this week, maybe next week, and then just never touch them again. I don't know. I feel like they could be made so much better. If they were quicker, they'd be more enjoyable. Like, it should be, like, spammable. Even if it gave us, like, less things. So Bountiful is available. See, we have a Bountiful map right now. I made a short, Lansy. It's my most recent short. It tells you everything that I'm doing this week on my main and my alts. And it'll explain how to unlock your one Bountiful delve you can do this week. Just to get a free heroic piece of loot. And it's an incentive to push up your delve this week. That way you don't have to do it next week. You know, you want to lighten the load of since next week's the first real week, you want to be able to hop into Mythic Zero or Mythic Pluses and do all the fun stuff next week, right once the servers go live. You don't want to have to finish the campaign next week or, like, do what you didn't do this week next week, you know what I mean? So you do want to do delves for, like, that reason alone, but also, on top of that, yes, you can get a single map this week. You might even be able to get a second one in some way, but this is the one that I know about. This is the one that I care to get. Because it's quick and easy. You unlock the access to it on your main, and then each alt you spend like 10 minutes getting the map, and then you do the one delve. Also, crests? Question, not answer. I actually don't know. We'll see at the end of this dungeon or delve if we actually get crests. That I don't really pay attention to. But yeah, apparently you have free reign to use whatever crest you get this week. Other like the cheap crest, not like heroic and if you can get any mythic or anything, but I don't think we want to pull that big guy, but we did.
this is for you.
So yeah, like any loot you got from your mythic zeros, you can go ahead and probably upgrade it, I'm sure.
I've had enough of your tricks.
Nice. Touch of Death OP. Okay. Apparently my consecration's ticking away on that dummy back there, but that's fine. What's the objective here? Are we just like killing everything and it gives us percent? I'm very confused. I see envenomed denizen, and this says envenomed denizens given antidote. Maybe we have to weaken them so they'll take the antidote, I guess? I don't know, but this is a paladin party. We'll take care of this guy. Redeemed a more paladin party. Redeemed my mom. That's crazy. Banned. Mods, take care of ceiling panda for me. I hate to say it, but delves should be more like Torghast with more scaling difficulty and more powers. More powers, I'd be way down with. I do like Torghast. I thought I was the only person on the planet that liked Torghast, but I think a lot more people than you'd think enjoyed it. But what made Torghast fun and worth doing was well, not worth doing, but what made it fun was the powers, for sure. And also, I liked the legendary system. I liked having to get this, what was it called? Soul Dust or something? I thought that was like a fun... I just liked that season, but it is kind of nostalgic. Okay, we didn't give him the antidote, but we did kill him. Is that the antidote? Is death the antidote? I also like Torghast. See, some of us exist.
I don't think so.
We're not alone in this world. And here I am, shaming your name with nice viewers coming in. Oh, no. What's up, Gibby? Hello, healer friend. I was recommended to come watch you from Jerbear. Jerbear's the GOAT, honestly. Jerbear is the GOAT. Are you his group's healer? I know Jerbear pushes a good bit. Do you like play with him, or are you a guildier of his? Yeah, Jerbear is one of the OGs. Spins around her. Oh, and Jerbear's here. I didn't even see it. What is good, Jerbear? How are you doing? I wasn't just gassing you up. Don't let it go to your head at all. Okay, treasure found. Apparently we've finished the calamity. Running it 2 more times if you need to stay. I don't. I am dunzo. This guy. You're mostly lurking. No worries at all. I just appreciate the support.
This is for you.
We are getting our grind done on the alts. So far, this is our second alt that we have now finished. We get a free heroic piece of loot, and it's a back piece. Very nice. Great haste, we take that as well. Very, very nice. So you can get a heroic piece this week. Very cool. Let's see. Let's use all the things. I'm so not used to my bags looking like this. Across the board. Very jarring having things actually organized. You do heal a lot in keys. Very nice. Am I doing well today? I am. I'm having a pretty good day. I'm having a pretty good week. You know, yo, Felicia, you finally got a live stream. I did take a break, Felicia. I did take a break, a mental health break, and like I said, I'm having a very good week. I am very much on the incline in terms of mental health, so I'm super stoked about that. Watch a short vid on LS Holy Pally. What are your thoughts on the other hero tree for M+? Equally good. A lot of people think it's better. I personally think Lightsmith's better, but I think people are downplaying how good Lightsmith is. But Herald just as good. You'll see a lot of people at the top. On the PTR, it was actually pretty split. I think toward the end, a lot of people were playing and pushing keys as Lightsmith, but toward the beginning, a lot of people were also pushing on Herald. So I think Paladin is lucky enough to have 2 really good tier set or hero trees. We all need those from time to time. Exactly. I think I picked a good time. If I had to go back, I'd probably go a week earlier and take a break, and then come back a week earlier. That way, I'd have time to make all the guides and stuff. He's your Twitch channel dealer. Well, hey, he got you here, so well, I'm a happy camper. Hopefully, you are too. You play all healers, so he was letting me know of new friendos. Very cool. Yeah, every season we do we try to push all the healers to 3k IO, but lately as I've gotten better at all my alts and stuff, we've had to up it more and more each season. But this season I'm thinking about doing something just different, like less strict of a long-term challenge, because that challenge takes forever, and just playing and making videos on each healer, and like, you know, this week we're doing this healer and playing this healer for this many hours and seeing what we learned, and you know, that kind of thing. So it'll be different, but it'll be fun. But what are Gibby, what are your interests outside of Magic? And let me ask, is Gibby, did you name yourself after Gibby from iCarly, and how often do you get that? That's what I do, but I'm doing tanks and healers as my main, and as many to 3.4k. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, hey, let me deal you another Twitch channel. If you haven't heard of Definitely Not Vlad, Definitely Not Vlad, he plays everything under the sun, and he does just challenging. He'll just pick a character one week, level it out, and push it. Like, he is a turbo grinder, and he's super chill too. If you like me, you'll love him. So definitely check him out next if you haven't already. Mainly do viewer keys to help others get their goals. Very nice. There's I can't remember who it is, but I always get it mixed up on who asked me to do this one season. But they asked me if I wanted to join them in like helping people get like achievements done at the last week, and I didn't do it last week. I was too busy pushing myself. But going forward, I definitely want to spend like the last week or two of a season just like doing viewer keys. Maybe I like swapped a tank and we just blast a key or something. Try to get like someone some 20s or some last minute IO or something. I don't know, but I feel like that's just so fun. Yeah, and I appreciate the follow, Gibby. Said, LOL, no, not from iCarly. It's part of my name, but I do get asked a lot about iCarly. The thing is, I know it's a kid's show, and I know that the creator was an absolute creep. But that show's so good. Like, I'll even watch it today as an adult and be like, the show is still funny. A lot of it's super cringe. But one of the characters in particular, the older brother Spencer, his lines are great. Like, that actor is so funny. But other than that, there's not too many funny moments. There's a few outside of that character, but it's a good show. Okay. We are on the next alt. We've done... The monk is done. To be honest, the monk's not done. I need to log onto the monk and get the spark, but that just takes a long time. I can do that off stream. We need to get the monk spark. This is kind of the last alt that I care about. Of all my alts, the ones that I plan to play the most are the Prez Evoker, the Holy Paladin, and the Resto Shaman. Depending on just what I'm feeling, what I enjoy the most once the season kind of drops. Gotta sleep short. Tune in today. Best of luck with loot RNGesus. Yeah, I mean, like you said, the loot that you get this week isn't that deep. Really, it's about the spark, to be honest. And that's not what I'm gonna do. Felicia says, I'm trying not to jump on the meta bandwagon and stick with the monk. It's too fun not to drop it. It really is. Can we only get one spark this week? Apparently there's like a bug that you can get more. I think you get like, don't you get one from doing the campaign, one from doing the weekly quest over here that we're about to go pick up. And people were saying that there's like a way you could get like a third one or something. I'm not too sure. I plan on hitting up Reddit and just like over the weekend making sure I have everything done. You know what I mean? Like hitting up Reddit and seeing if anyone's made like a post about like sparks and how to get all of them this week, and just guaranteeing that I've gotten them all on my main. Because really I just care about my main the most. That's what I care about, getting the gear on week to week. It just will speed up things down the line if I also kind of do some alt things this week. And we have time. Like I said, I've finished everything I care to do on my monk. So we do have the time. Alright, so we've gotten a quest. Let's head in there and do it. It bugged, no shard. Oof. I wonder if we got the shard. I did it on my Prez Evoker. I wonder if it gave me the shard or if it bugged for me too. I don't know. I only got one from the weekly now. Apparently they're upping the cap to 4 next week. I don't know how they're going to go about that, because there was a bug this week. So, like, I think some people have more than others. And they're just like, you know what, let's just make it where everyone gets 4 next week. That's what I've been told. But Ceiling Panda, I'm sorry, I don't know if I said that or said this, but I appreciate you hanging out while you can. Am I going the wrong way? Apparently at some point I just did a total 180. But enjoy your night, Ceiling Panda. As always, I just appreciate you stopping in, hanging out. Yo, what's up, Sar Garrett? Good evening to you as well. How are you doing? How's the grind treating you? Hopefully not burnt out yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and join a group. Oh, I need to edit mode this up here. Save. We need to join a group. Purging the vaults. Oof, there's only one and only one person in it. I don't like that. I might just straight up die here, to be honest. No, we might be able to range these guys. I have enough healing on the move. I landed in a very, very bad spot. Need to make to a point where there are no trash mobs. Head this way. Surely they stop chasing me. Really, there's only one group going for Purging the Vaults. This is the thing that we need, and we need a lot of people in a group. Make it go quickly. It's a shame. The PvP quest in Voidstorm, I think, gives a spark, really. I wonder if that counts as, like, it goes towards your cap. Like, I wonder if you can't get that and another one, you know? Here, there's another way to gain a shard, but I don't know. So, yeah, I only have one shard for the week now. Ugh. Brutal. I'm sure you could submit a ticket. Maybe they could respond in time. Hopefully. Let's check one last time. Okay, there's a big group. God, my frames are so messed up. Okay, where is the squad? Up here to our left. I might just have to squeeze through here. Don't mind me. Ah, I see my Platinator. That's why all the health bars look weird, is because they have my Platinator and the Elsmere UI. That's why it's so odd. Put down some totems. Oh, let's get yeeted. Okay, showed up and got some percent. Very nice. We're only at 4% though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time fixing my UI this weekend. This double health bar thing is kind of weird. Buff not working. Oh, you want? Yeah, you're right. I should check that. The buff for the... Which one is it? Whirling Water. Your next healing wave also heals an ally inside of your healing range. Yeah, it's not consuming it. I feel like it is working though, but it's not consuming it. Where is it? I don't know. I feel like it isn't working. I feel like you're right. If you're talking about that one. Look at my bars and how off-center they are. That's so weird. We're going to farm the event. If you're only here to do the weekly, that's fine. But when you're done, leave the group. Help us farm the event. Don't go AFK, they said. What event? I'm confusion. Dude, this group is blasting through this. Also, look at all those fire mages. Fire mage? Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so you are the person. I got mixed up on names. It does look like it's bugged. I think you're right. It was either the tooltip's bugged or something. Alright, where are we headed to, team? We're just like hanging out here, but I think they have left me behind. Like I said, this group is moving though. They are hoofing it. I definitely should have gone up these stairs. What am I doing? I can't keep up. Oh, they're gonna kill that boss before I get there, which is kind of tragic. Go kill boss, they said. But wait! Wait on me! And just said, mother curse me. And they lust! No! No, let me get there! Come on! What? Come on. Come on. It's boss health. And there's so many people in this group too. Okay, it's dying very slowly. That's good. But this guy just doesn't do a lot of damage. Except for that spell. Kind of the only one, though. This character also has so many utility buttons that it's made my utility bar off-center. This UI is so scuffed. So scuffed. I feel like my mana's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm spamming chain heal, to be honest. It's really not that bad. All right. 77%. It's going pretty quick. Not gonna lie, going pretty quick. Y'all excited for Mythic Plus? Tell you what, I sure am. Very excited for it. I feel like we're headed to that clutch now, the strike. I don't want to pull more than we're already going to pull, so I'm going to go same way that they went. Go, go, go. All right, we made it. Just wait for people to come in with us and blast through this. Oof. I'm like really happy with the progress made this week. I feel like I've never felt this good about a week 1 or a week 0 of a season. I think my build right now is for last season. So I just tried to press downpour and it didn't work, and that is not right. I actually don't know how good downpour is if you don't have tier set, you know? Like, tier set's pretty important to make downpour do its full thing. Ooh, okay, so we just finished this and I just pulled more. I think the strikes are the easiest. You just go into a dungeon and do like the easiest thing. Now we need 8 more percent. Not bad. We're slamming through this. Like, that's just one more objective, right? Where's the squad going? In here. It might be quicker for us to join another group at this point. This group's kind of falling apart. As people finish the quest and they leave, the group just slows down. More and more people will leave. Let's try it. Find another group. Hopefully one with more people. Uh-oh. We swapped instances and now I'm getting aggroed. Okay, they might be able to go in. Do this again. That'd be nice. Let's put on a stun. Can I? Ugh, okay. Kill all these mobs first. Oh no, don't pull more. Okay. No, what am I in combat with? Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, luckily that thing died so quickly. Very nice. Okay, and we make it in just in time. Bruh. Oh, I guess I had to turn it because I'm not in a party with these guys. Don't throw the spear. Found some healing totems. Yeah, we nuked this big dude with the spear. He does so much damage. Uh-oh, starting to lag a bit. Nice. Hey, and that's the quest done. Now we gotta go turn it in. Not it. So the last things that I need to do are a single delve on this character. And the 3 curse surges on my main. And then I'm so done for this week. I could go through and do some mythic zeros, which I might. Some of these alts need some gear. They're definitely outdated. I'm gonna use this map. And guys, I'm actually going to call the stream. I feel like I've been doing the same pattern over and over and over again. I just need a break. I need to step away. And like I said, I am super hungry. But guys, I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for hanging out. Huge shout out to Vlad and from everyone from Vlad's stream for hanging around. Also, nice to meet you, Gibby, and anyone else that's in here for the first time. But I hope to see you guys back in the future. I'll be streaming on Monday as well, and then I'll stream on Tuesday, probably for the first time in a long time for the start of the season. But I have some videos coming over the weekend, so make sure you're subbed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following on Twitch. Appreciate you guys so much. Go have a good day, and good luck on your weekend grind, guys. All right. Bye, everyone. Take